Hi, I'm Ito.
And I'm Angela, and we're engineers at Cognition. Today, we're excited to introduce Security Swarm, a new approach to vulnerability scanning powered by a new architecture we're calling Agentic MapReduce. Devin Security Swarm outperforms existing tools in finding a verified set of vulnerabilities in open source repos at only about half of the cost of leading alternatives. Now, modern security exploits often rely upon multiple vulnerabilities that are chained together across a code base. Today's models are able to accurately identify these exploits, but to do so in depth, at scale, while still reasoning across the entire business logic, you need more than just an intelligent model. You need the right harness and the right system design. Especially for large and mature code bases, you can't just stuff an entire repo into a context window and ask the agent to find the vulnerabilities. That approach won't scale. That's why we built Agentic MapReduce.
Agentic MapReduce has 5 steps. First, Devin studies your codebase to identify the best way to divide it into related shards. It then deterministically batches the repo based on that decomposition. Devin will spin up parallel investigation sessions to surface potential vulnerabilities and produce audit-ready findings. Then, Devin aggregates, deduplicates, and reasons across results. Devin also chains together low-severity exploits to uncover higher-impact critical findings. Finally, Devin reproduces findings in its own secure sandbox and provides artifacts that verify the exploit. The unique insight is that security scanning can be treated as a decomposition and reduction problem. Break a codebase into the right investigative shards, run isolated agents in parallel, then aggregate their findings into verified exploit paths, hence the name Agentic MapReduce. Security Swarm employs another step to ensure that its findings represent real vulnerabilities. Devin runs a secure sandboxed virtual machine to test each exploit. That means it can run the actual program to validate the hypothesized finding and eliminate false positives.
Because of Agentic MapReduce, the architecture is inherently more efficient. Devin never investigates more than it needs to. Only files with security relevance enter the pipeline, and after investigators present hypotheses, the reasoning reducer will eliminate false positives and only focus on shards with medium, high, or critical severity findings for validation. On top of that, users get a high degree of control via scanning profiles to focus scans on the parts that matter. The biggest lever is batch size, which is effectively a multiplier on how many investigator sessions are getting fanned out. Finally, Security Swarm also gets more efficient over time because subsequent runs only process the diffs since the previous scan.
As a result, Devin Security Swarm is the most cost-effective way to find verified vulnerabilities, and it finds them more consistently than any other AI-powered security scanner currently available. We evaluated Devin Security Swarm on a benchmark of 50 real-world vulnerabilities, each tied to a published GitHub Security Advisory. Devin Security Swarm is already used by major companies for regular security scanning, and it's available starting today in Devin.